Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, greetings, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Scratches, the Director's Cut edition. Welcome back to the Blackwood Manor. Let us continue the exploration, shall we? In the last episode we examined a small corridor followed by the kitchen, and we are not yet done with this room, so let us continue, like I already said. So, what have we not yet examined in this room? The table, for instance. Let's have a look. Where's the little pointer thingy? There we go. Well, before we examine the table, I just quickly want to go over all the current goals and problems we have, just so we don't lose focus, so we know what we need to do. Let's see. Problem number 1, there is no working water. I don't really know a lot about the water, where it comes from in a house and how to, regulate it and maintain it and all, so don't know how to solve that problem. Problem number 2, we have no food. Sure, there's an entire shelf full of stuff, but yeah, I don't think that anything of that is still edible or drinkable, so that is another problem. However, there is a simple solution to the food and water problem. Michael has a car, so I'm sure that he could simply take it and drive to the nearbyest town. If you say it like that, nearbyest, I don't know. But simply let him drive to a town nearby and buy something, and all our problems are gone. Well, most of them, because there are still 2 problems remaining. Number 3, we have no contact to the outside world at the moment. That, however, is a minor issue. I am pretty sure that Michael has the number of his friend Jerry somewhere within his backpacks here, his 2 briefcases, but I can't open them up at the moment, so we need to find a place where we can put them down, like a guest room. However, that has to wait. And problem number 4, no electricity. What are we going to do about that? Well, I don't know, and that is probably the worst issue, because once it gets night, everything is going to be pitch black. What are we going to do about it? Well, we have a ton of candelabras staying around everywhere, but did any of those candelabras actually carry a candle? I don't think I saw candles before in this place, so we have no light source, and even if we had candles, what are we going to ignite them with? Yes, every problem has a solution, but each solution only creates another problem without a solution, so we are still in deep trouble. Anyway, I should try to distract myself. Let's see. Let's explore the rest of the ground floor, and maybe then we can start to look for a guest room to put down all the heavy weight. So, let's have a look at the table. An old coffee grinder. I do think my parents still have one of those. It's also old and wooden, but, well, would a coffee grinder be anything else than wooden? Don't know a lot about it, really. Well, it is just like an old present they got once. We never used it. But I don't like coffee anyway. It's bitter, it's not really nice, and even if it's not bitter, I just don't like it. I don't hate it. I drink coffee now and then, but only if I'm tired or something, not regularly. Anyway, can we do anything with it? Not that I have a need for coffee at the moment. We definitely have a lot of coffee beans laying around here, but yeah, decades old. Better don't touch them. Neat. So, we can put something inside the grinder. I am going to assume, since this is an adventure game, they wouldn't allow me to open this up unless there was a reason for it, so I am probably meant to eventually use this coffee grinder for something. I wonder what for. Do I need to crack something? Well, you never know. But for now, it has no further use, so that is about it with the table. Let's head over to the shelf. I want to see if we have anything that we can eat or drink. Let's have a look. First of all, examination. Countless jars and cans adorned the kitchen. That is one of the words I was looking for. Jars. We had a few jars over there already. Alright, countless of them. Let's see. vases. I have no idea what these boxes are supposed to contain. There's one thing with Jesus Christ on it. Okay. We have flour. We have sugar. We have tea. We have tea. Alright, now it's time for tea. Oh, I'm sorry. I know. I said I wouldn't do that anymore, but I just can't resist. I know so many British people, and I know that this is going to amuse them greatly. Don't you think so, Elizabeth? Yes, you know who you are. Anyway, nothing we can do with the shelf, just a lot of old stuff that has no further use, just like the coffee grinder at the moment. We have to get food from somewhere else. Is there anything left we didn't take a look at yet here in the kitchen? Over there. Where am I? There I am. Let's see. We have something here. Hooks. And a little desk. Let's see. It was just an ordinary little table. Alright. It's a table, goddammit. Will I ever find the difference between a table and the desk? A table is something you sit at. And a desk is something you also sit at. So a table is like something you eat food on, but a desk is like something you work at, like with a computer. But why does it need to be so complicated? Just call it a freaking desk. Oh well. Something about this? Oh yeah, certainly. A key holder, except there weren't any keys hanging from it. A key holder. Beautiful. Keys are what I need. There are quite a few locked drawers. But, yeah, no keys, of course. I mean, that would just be way too easy. Having the keys hang here? Of course not. Why would the previous owners do that? No. Instead, take the keys and hide them in totally obscure places all over the house. Separately, in all kinds of locations. That will make things so much more delightful for the new owner of the house. I'm sure I can improvise somehow. I have a boring tool. And the kitchen knife. Still don't know why I picked that up. It's one of these items that I wouldn't immediately take with me, because it just makes me feel like something is going to happen. Anyway, that concludes everything we can do in the kitchen. No, wait. There's still that little door. Is this going to lead to some kind of little dark storage area for herbs and everything? Yes, I just said herbs, because I don't care if you pronounce it without an H. Herb, whatever. Who cares? I'm German. So, let's have a look. The door to what I assumed was the basement was locked. The basement? The basement. Yes, I'm going to dwell on this a little bit. Yes, the basement is certainly the most frightening place of any house. Why is it a frightening place? Well, no reason really. The cellar, or basement, has only become such a scary place over the course of time because there are quite a few horror stories. Something always happens down there in the dark basement. Thankfully it's locked, but do I want to be down there in the first place? I do remember the first diary. Whoever wrote it, he mentioned something about something being down there. Oh my. Oh, I just had a thought. You know where electricity normally comes from in a house? The power or fuse box. And where is that box located normally? In the basement. So this is great. Maybe we could fix the electricity issue, but we need to head into the basement first. I don't want to go down there. I know I should explore every room of my new house, but no. Not yet. I want to explore the rest of the ground floor first. And hey, besides, I have an excuse. We don't have a key, so let's ignore the basement. Let's just forget that it exists, alright? Moving on. I wanted to see a different room than this kitchen. It's so old and fallen apart. Show me something a little bit more elegant. Oh my. This room is dirty. Jesus, this is the most dirty room so far. I'd say it's even more dirty than the kitchen. Look at the walls. There are spots and probably, yeah, cracks everywhere. The wooden floor looks rather generic. The bed, is that supposed to be a bed? There's only like a mattress. Where's the blanket and the pillow? We only have one drawer cabinet over there, a desk over there. From all the rooms I've seen so far in this mansion, this one's gotta be the worst. But there's a bed, so is this like supposed to be a guest room? Don't tell me this is going to be my room. Alright, let's start the exploration. No idea who lived here, but let's find out more. Oh, there's a picture here. Well, at least this is giving it some kind of neat atmosphere. It's just a plant, but, well, it's at least something, some color to it, to all the gray. Hey, do you remember? First we had green, and then I said we went to brown, and it's all going to be downhill from there. Well, now we are at gray. Next is going to be black, and of course that's going to be the basement. Marvelous. Anyway, yeah, it's a nice little picture. Simple, but the colors are slowly fading away. Oh well. Let's see, what to examine first. Oh man, getting to the opposite end of the room in one click. I want to take a look at that though. There was another one of these desks in the kitchen. There's one little vase, nothing of interest really. Alright, let's have a look at the bed. Damn, that's old looking. It's a flower pattern, but look, oh my, look, there are cuts and it's ripped and everything. This is a very old room. The bed in this room was miserable looking. Oh, I certainly agree, Michael, it is horrible. Let's see. We have a little night desk here and the drawer. Awesome. Maybe we can find out more about this room now. Let's see. A book and... could that be another book? I don't know. Let's have a look. Practical Photography, Glass and Paper, a Manual, Stereoscopic Pictures, Charles A. Long, blah 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 blah. So, a book about photography. So the person who lived in this room liked to photograph things, probably. Interesting. So I'm guessing that this is not the room that belonged to James T. Blackwood. James liked African things, but all of a sudden we find something about photography. I want to find out more. This is a manual, so the person who ever owned this definitely made photographs. But they left the book behind, so maybe they didn't care about the hobby anymore. He or she didn't care anymore. How do I get out of the screen? Let me go! There we go. Still daylight. Well, the day is still young. Last time we checked it was 10 AM. I don't think I need to check the time anytime soon again. Simple oval picture of a vase with some flowers. I like the frame. What do we have here? A big picture with a very lovely frame of 3 women sitting around. Just the same style as the boys. Oh, what's this? There's a black woman there. And she's wearing, yeah, of course, what black women normally wear on their head. Where's this supposed to be if there's a black woman? Is this supposed to be in Africa? If yes, then who made this picture? I'm sure there's some kind of meaning to it, but once again it escapes me. Alright, I want to check out the cabinet. It's big. There's gotta be something in there that can explain a little bit more to us about the history of this room. Alright, let's see. Another candelabra. And yes, you see, there are no candles. I don't think that I've seen candles before in this place, so that is bad. That is very bad. Anyway, 2 photographs. Oh, this is a bridge. A railway bridge. Could this be? No, I don't think so. This can't possibly be the bridge that James T. Blackwood was building. There's way too much nature around it. Then again, I don't know too much about Africa. When I think about Africa, I think about deserts and the like. Of course, you wouldn't really build a railway through the desert, so who knows? Maybe the person who lived here, like, came with James T. Blackwood to Africa and made the pictures? And another picture of a random forest. Oh, it's lovely though. It's old, but still, you can clearly see all the trees, and looks like a rather... what do you call it? I don't know the right word, but it looks like it could be a lot of hills, or maybe even a mountain. Or maybe the trees are just very tall. Nothing new yet. Let's have a look at the drawers. Ah! Well, this is certainly the proof that the person who ever lived here liked to make photographs. It looked like whoever stayed in this room loved photography. Yes, Michael, I've found that out already. So, we have an old camera, more photographs, black and white ones, and... I don't know what you call this. I don't really know a lot about the English words around photography, but I'm guessing these are like little glasses to contain the film. Well, they just left it behind. Another relic of the past. What do we have here? Oh, a fan, a hairbrush. Oh, what do you call this? A cross pendant, and some perfume bottles? I'm guessing that a woman lived in here. This certainly looks like it. I mean, this kind of hairbrush. Do you call it a hairbrush? I forgot the name once again. The things you use to make your hair. How can I forget these simple words? I should feel ashamed. But whatever. I am pretty sure that a woman lived here. What does Michael have to say to it? Or has to say? I never know the difference. It was just some useless junk. Of course, Michael, of course, anything that's not related to anything horrifying is immediately worthless junk to you. Oh well, whoever lived here believed in God. What do we have in here? These are either clothes or blankets, and I'm guessing blankets. So this is probably where the stuff went that's not on the bed at the moment. Nothing of interest. And the last one, empty. Alright. So what do we know so far? A woman probably lived here, and she loved photography. But who was she? I mean, this room looks miserable. This bed. I mean, look at the metal. Is there anything else I can find out in the, last 2 minutes of this episode? Dirty windows. The curtains are very deteriorated, but they are still better looking, in my opinion, than the brown and green ones. Depends on your, well, whatever colors you prefer, really. A picture of a woman walking through water. That's why she's lifting her skirt, if that's supposed to be a skirt. I don't like this. I wouldn't hang this up. Alright, what do we have here? Big desk with a drawer and quite a lot of stuff on it. I doubt that we will get done with all of this in this episode. Unless, of course, I do a little bit of overtime. So let's have a quick look. What did the person who lived here work on? We have a book. Oh, it's a little bit dirty. Can't really see everything, but housekeeping. Old something. Housekeeping. Alright, there we have it. The woman who lived here was probably a maid. Housekeeping. I mean, why else would they have a book like this? So the Blackwood family had a maid. Well, I guess it makes sense. If you live in a house as big as this, you need somebody to take care of the cleaning, or else the thing will just fall apart even quicker. So far we know that James T. Blackwood lived here, Catherine lived here, probably Catherine Blackwood, a maid, and whoever wrote that diary. Did the maid write the diary? The first one? For some reason I don't think so. There's somebody else. Photograph of a forest. Nice enough. Oh, isn't that cute? Oh my, this is good quality for such an old camera. A photograph of a squirrel, and I think the squirrel is even eating something. Like, what do you call it? An acorn? I forgot. I know so little at the moment, but it doesn't matter. Lovely picture, though. The person who lived here was quite professional, I have to say. And last but not least, we have, looks like a document. A pen and a document. Can we take this with us? Certainly seems so. What could it be about? The topmost sheet of paper of the pile had some curious markings on it, so I grabbed it to have a closer look. Curious markings, eh? Oh, Michael, you are fumbling with the belongings of somebody else. Well, it's not like I've been doing anything else really ever since this Let's Play began. So he is interested in the markings. No letters but markings on the piece of paper? Maybe somebody wrote on top of this sheet of paper and it got through. You know, when you write with a really thick pen and it gets through onto the sheet of paper below. Could be interesting. Let's examine it. It was a piece of paper with some strange markings, and I was sure there was much more to it than at first seemed clear. Oh, Michael, your intuition for the strange and macabre. There is more to this sheet of paper than meets the eye. What could it be? I have no idea. I don't even know how to reveal it. Lovely. Well, we found out more about the Blackwood Manor once again, ladies and gentlemen. A maid lived here. A maid who served the Blackwoods, and she loved photography. Nice enough. At least it's a little bit more cheerful than all the gloomy stuff we found out so far. Then again, where is the maid now? Where did she go? Did she move out? What is she doing nowadays? Something we will probably never find out. Can I examine these books? Nope. Oh, wait, I can. Just a bunch of uninteresting books. Oh, of course, Michael, of course. Once again, you are not motivated enough to read them. They gotta be boring, right? Just a bunch of uninteresting books, of course, because if there's not a book laying around all by itself, it's gotta be boring and uninteresting, right? Anyway, we didn't get quite done with this room. There's still a drawer, but I like to maintain suspense. What could be in the mysterious drawer, the final attraction of the maid's room? And also there's another door, Jesus Christ. Is this going to lead me outside? I hope not. Well, ladies and gentlemen, when we come back with Let's Play Scratchers, we will continue our examination of the maid's room, then head into the next room, and then, well, I don't really know. We can't do anything with the basement, thank God, because the key is missing, so maybe we will soon head up to the first floor. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, until then.